Why do you still not believe in yourself as an artist? It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, you've been making art for a while, for maybe a long while, and you know that the fact that you kind of don't believe you're a real artist actually gets in the way of your showing up to the studio, showing up to the paper, showing up to the whatever your creative process is. And yet it's just like this little glitch in you. Like, I'm not really an artist. Someone else is a real artist. I'm not really. My sister, oh my God, my sister is the real artist, but not me. So I tell you this story because it's really familiar to me, both from my clients and from my own experience. I grew up in a family of artists, and I gotta tell you that I think every one of them is more impressive than me, and yet I stick to it. And yes, there is always this little glitchy thing that gets in the way, and so what do you do about it? What do you do about it? How do you move through it? One thing for me is to acknowledge, oh, there it is again. That's that sub-personality that's trying to get in the way of my doing this work. You get to know that sub. That's work that can be done with a coach that is very helpful, and frees up a lot of your creative juices when you can actually engage with that sub-personality and work it through. But the other thing is understanding that being creative it's a human thing. It's not like there's it's a myth that we have creative geniuses in this culture or in the world, and the rest of us are kind of just peons. The fact is that every single human being has creativity as part of the birthright. It's part of what it means to be human. And we use it in our healing, in our engaging with the world, in our way of presenting ourselves in the world, in our dealing with all of the difficult things that are going on in our lives, processing it. I could go on and on. It's part of what it means to be human. We have the ability to be creative, and we use it in lots of different ways. And if what you want is to be a creative artist of some sort, a writer, a musician, a playwright, a visual artist, whatever it is, then you have to actually put more time into it, develop your craft, develop your understanding of your own voice, and start putting your work out into the world. So it does take more dedication. And in order to put that more dedication in, you have to believe that you're capable of it and that it's worth it to you. And sometimes that means you have to actually see work that you have made that you think is like, spot on, amazing. So there's practice that comes before a real commitment to it. But maybe you've made that practice and you've seen that work and you still feel like this glitchy thing of like, maybe I'm not a real artist. As humans, we channel. And this can feel kind of funky. It's the way I think of it is that there's information that comes in to us through living in the world, through being connected to the communities we're connected to, through being out in the outdoors where I am. Whatever it is, we take in information. It gets processed through our lenses. And when we bring it out, we're really just expressing something that's been going on deep within us. It's a channel of what's happening in the world. We're not separate from the rest of the world. We're actually deeply connected. And our expression is a channel of what's happening and what needs to be seen or needs to be heard as seen through our very particular individual lens. Believing that you have something of value to offer is believing that you are engaged in the world, that you're engaged, and that what you're seeing, your perspective, is going to be of value to somebody else. or to yourself, really. So I think I'll stop there. I hope you join me for the spring workshop that's coming up. Details below.